Now we turn to Libya, where the uprising against Muammar Gaddafi is now entering its 5th month and is at a stalemate. And while we've been hearing a lot about the rebel forces in Benghazi, east of the capital, the big push now is from the Western Front, a lot closer to Tripoli. NBC's Mike Taibbi is there in the city of Naalot, where the rebels say they're preparing for an all-out assault on Gaddafi's center of power. Mike, good evening.
Brian, the rebels here say they have a better shot at getting to Tripoli and getting to Muammar Gaddafi than those in the east who've been stalled hundreds of miles away for months. But Gaddafi's fighting back here, too, turning this town into a ghost town.
3 more platoons of rebel soldiers ready to join Libya's civil war. They're training here in Naalot, just 40 miles from the one border crossing with Tunisia the rebels control. They also control almost all the mountain towns along the main highway supplying the Gaddafi regime in Tripoli. Now the rebels are aiming for the town of Garian, less than 60 miles from the capital.
You say you can win.
The commander of Nalut's rebel forces, who asked not to be identified for fear of retribution against his family, says the rebels can win, but need more help from NATO. Right now, his men try to salvage captured Gaddafi army weapons because they don't have enough of their own and can't keep Gaddafi's artillery and Grad rockets from raining down under the cover of night. 40 or 50 a night, this soldier told us. So many homes and random targets hit that 2/3 of Naalot citizens have fled to Tunisia.
The commander says there are now 2,000 to 3,000 trained fighters throughout the Nafusa Mountains, enough to take the fight to Tripoli, but not enough to win the battle on their own.
In the meantime, the Gaddafi regime brought reporters from Tripoli to Garian, a garrison town still controlled by Gaddafi's army, for a demonstration of claimed support. Even women training to defend the Libyan leader. While in Naalot, volunteers cook for the troops based in town, including the injured rebel soldiers who say they're keen to get back to the fighting. And Ayed Omar Pindel, spared by a few feet when a rocket slammed into his patio Saturday night, said his wife and children will remain in Tunisia. With Gaddafi alive, he said, would you bring your family home?
Most of the towns in these mountains were taken over by the rebels without much of a fight, but that won't be the case in Garian, that Gaddafi stronghold, and certainly not in Tripoli, where almost everything, Brian, still seems to be under Gaddafi's control. Right?
Mike Taibbi in Naalot, Libya tonight. Mike, thanks, and safe travels to you and your crew in that neighborhood, please.